Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 between Against All Authority and Absolute Legends. If you have just joined us, we are KSTV. I'm Metis, joined by Enzi, and that first game did go the way of Against All Authority very, very comfortably in the end, Enzi, at just 18 minutes. Incredibly quick matchup there. Against All Authority going to get that first blood once again, and onto Angush. Answer appears to be a no, as he is just situating himself at that top lane, not going to play any part of this early matchup here. But yeah, I mean, right over to you, Enzi. What are your thoughts here? Do you think the Absolute Legends can pull themselves back into this game? Of course, you're on a best of 3. They simply have to win this game, or they are knocked to the lower brackets of the Corsair Vengeance Cup.
Or if they completely forget about last game, brush it off and say, okay, lose, we're going to win this game now, then yes, they can. Absolute Legends, they have the capability to do so. Their main problem was just getting caught out early on. And if Angush isn't careful, could happen again, because Switch isn't stealth.
He is, and this is one of the real positives about taking that Twitch into the jungle, of course, that he does have the stealth, so he's very, very difficult to detect, and he can suddenly sneak up behind you and steal those buffs, and actually take you out as well. And of course, just for vision purposes as well, if he is going to be coming around and you do spot the opposition jungler kind of on their own, on low health, you can always set those ganks up nicely to boot. So you're going to have Ari helping Twitch out there on the Against All Authority team. Twitch now possibly going to be waiting for that red buff to spawn, but basically, we're not going to get any early kind of team fights kicking off here, Enzi. I think it's going to be relatively slow, probably much more of a farm fest based game. Last one, of course, was a complete opposite. Had a flurry of action right from the get-go.
I love action straight away, but not the action we saw right there. It just went too quick. I mean, 18 minutes for one game, that's not what we want to see. We want to see action over a long period of time. I'm talking about 30 or 40 minutes of just action. And, we didn't get that, but hopefully, and I think Absolute Legends will be able to brush that off their shoulder and try and come back into this game. They have the ability to do so. They're a very good team, and Against All Authority, for them, all they need to do is keep that momentum up and just try and win the game like they always do.
And the sneaky rat actually went to top lane there, Linak, and very nearly took Shyvana down. Was popping her a few times. Of course, he has the red buff, which does a fair amount of damage all on its own, but using the poison and then just basically exploding the expunge, very, very nearly taking down that first blood at top lane. Now going to be pushing. Let's have a quick switch over to bot lane now, as Alistair has managed to put some serious damage onto that Janna, forcing the heal, in fact. And Alistair very, very nearly falling down. In the meantime, though, in mid lane as well, going to have a flurry of action onto Twitch, who only just manages to pull back. He has gone into stealth form. Mundo very nearly landing that second cleaver onto him. Jarvan is pulling himself down towards this mid lane, so could have yet further action kicking off here as the charm has managed to land onto Mundo. Here comes Jarvan with the 1-2 combination. Mundo should be going down. First blood will be picked up from Against Authority as well. Twitch has been dropped from Brand. Will he get the double kill onto Jarvan as well, as the tower aggro absolutely crushing Jarvan and Soaz, and he's going to have to go ahead and recall. But straight off the get-go, this is much closer than the last game was already.
Yeah, I mean, after about 4 minutes, I think we saw about 3 or 4 kills already. It's now 1-1. It's all even Steven. Brand has a kill and Jarvan has a kill, and obviously Brand with them that early kill is going to be very, very deadly later on in this game. So Ari's job right now is to completely shut Brand down, because if she doesn't, Brand late game, even if he can't win the lane against Ari, in team fights, he is going to be such a pain.
Indeed, a couple of people complaining about lag issues, guys. It's more than likely on your end. Stream's absolutely fine for us. Just try refreshing the stream or changing your quality settings, and that should subside some of that lag for you. Either way, straight back into the game once again. So if you have just joined us, it's going to be Angush on Shyvana facing off against Soaz at that top lane with Jarvan. Mid's going to be Extinct using Brand against AMT 2K, who is subbing in, of course, for Moma, who is apparently swagging on some girls. But bot lane once again, just to interrupt myself, Cogmore getting dangerously low on health. He's going to push back in again, and actually Janna just poking out of that bush, going to be landing a couple of attacks onto Cogmore. Cogmore has to be so careful. This is going to buy Ashe some time to actually get so much creep farm there, while Cogmore can't do pretty much anything. But let's have a quick shout out to those bot players. Yellow for Against the Authority going to be rocking out the Ashe, joined by Enrated on Janna, and they're going to be facing against Zinek on the Alistair, and Cogmore, who just recalled from Slepper. The jungle is going to be Mundo for Meluno, and on the opposite side, Linak on the Rat Twitch. Great stuff so far.
Yep, much more even than before already. Against All Authority are putting some early pressure on Cogmore, exactly what they want to do, because Cogmore, like we said, late game is an absolute beast. CS wise, you know, Ash is already up by 10. Cogmore did just have the go back, so he is going to be behind by a little bit more. And you know, from experience, playing against a Janet in lane, especially as a late game character, is very, very annoying. She has that Howling Gale, the Monsoon when she hits level 6, and the slow as well, so just has to be careful.
Absolutely. So let's have a quick look at some of that creep scores. Actually, Twitch is lurking around in that mid area. Needs to be careful as the tower may see him any second now. Charm comes in, but nice dodge coming in from Brand there. But the Ignite's been popped as well, and that's going to be a very dead Brand from Ari and also Twitch. The poison from Twitch, the raw damage from Ari and the Ignite just proved to be a tiny bit too much for Mr. Flame himself, and he is going to be going back towards that substitution bench for the next 10 or so seconds. Going to give Ari a chance to just get some creep score up. So let's have a quick look. Brand on 33, Ari on 32, so she's not going to get too far ahead of him while he does make his way back. In the meantime, though, Mundo is just going to fill in the gap there at the mid, doesn't want to miss out on any crucial XP while Brand is not in the picture. Let's have a look at bot lane. Going to be a, let's have a see. Ash on 49 creep score, Cogmore on 28, so big difference there. Yellow on Ash looking very strong. Of course, Cogmore has basically been back at his tower for the majority of this game, and here comes Twitch. There is no pink ward, there is no oracle. Slepper has no idea what's going on here. Janna has opened up. Will she be able to land on the Howling Gale as well? Yes, she will, forcing off that summoner heal from Slepper. Will the expunge be enough to finish off Cogmore? Yes, it will, and Twitch is going to be able to pull back, only taking 1 or 2 hits from that tower. So Twitch showing exactly why he's such an underrated jungle champion, picking up kills here, there and everywhere. 3 for 1 already, and Twitch has been involved with all 3 kills. 1 kill, 2 assists.
Yeah, they definitely need that pink ward down in the mid lane. Well, in the middle of every single lane, you know, top, bottom and the mid, because that stealth just proving too strong. And he will be able to pick up yet another kill and be involved in another play. So Twitch doing a great job in that jungle right now. Has built that Madrid right there. The double Dorian's going out on Ash as well, who is currently on 58 to Cogmore's 29. So Ash is doing such a great job. Like you said, again, top lane Shyvana on 49 to Jarvan's 55.
Yeah, and some of those builds starting to come to fruition here. Ash has picked up 2 Doran's Blades, and the Berserker's Greaves has 2 health pots as well. Cogmore on the flip side has Boots of Speed, as an Ash arrow very nearly connects onto Brand. He would have definitely been dead there. Big damage onto Twitch from Brand, and Twitch gets absolutely exploded. The pink ward was slap bang in the middle of Brand's lane there, so Twitch just walked into a trap and got completely punished for that mistake. And Brand looking pretty good. Having said that, though, Jarvan is lurking around the corner. Brand has to be careful. Jarvan's going to land the combo, and surely Brand is going to go down here. The ultimate used as well, and there's the flash coming out from Jarvan, and the kill onto Brand. Brand, I'm not entirely sure why he moved up into that bush there. He was safe on the tower, but Shyvana trying to come down and do a repeat of a Jarvan. Not really going to work there. Bot lane, once again, the action kicking off as Alice has been forced to use that ultimate. Not going to be enough as Janna, the incredible support, will pick up that kill with Ash getting the assist. 5-2 is the score in NZ, and it's starting to look a bit of a carbon copy of that last matchup that we saw here, with Against All Authority looking very strong. Twitch is starting to push down in that bot lane once again, perhaps going to go for another kill here onto Cogmore. He has slowed Cogmore down. 3 players have been trying to tower dive, but huge damage coming off that tower. Surely Cogmore's going to go down. The question is, can he use his passive to pop the kill onto Ash? Very nearly does so, and Twitch having to flash away there as the tower hit him 2 or 3 times, very nearly falling himself, but the end result is a 6-2 lead coming up for Against All Authority.
Twitch making dem plays, but you know, in mid when Brand did move up, you did ask, you know, why is he moving up? Mundo was actually getting the blue buff at that time, so Brand was going to gather that one up, but Jarvan had that timer down. So great play and great counter jungling attempt from Jarvan right there to try and get in the jungle and check if the blue was up, and came in for the gank, and Brand did go down. So you know, Ari with some kills is very scary as well. Jarvan has 2. Twitch has been involved in nearly every single play as well. And you know, I just have to, you know, tip my hat for Twitch right now. He's doing such a great job in that jungle.
He is, he's doing great, and he's roaming around. He's going to come to top lane once again, so perhaps a kill into Shyvana, just having to pop that ultimate to escape. by the skin of her teeth manages to do so there. But again, Twitch just doing everything right. It's not necessarily about getting kills as a jungler and ganking. It's about making the enemy pop the ultimates, pop the summoner spells as well. In that case, Twitch is doing a phenomenal job. The pink ward is down from Brand here, so Twitch on the lurk to try and get his payback for that previous kill that Brand got him with his ultimate, but Twitch actually popping out that stealth a tiny bit prematurely, obviously ticked out with time. Now I'm going to pull back under no threat whatsoever. Mundo has actually picked up the Oracle again, NZ, so it doesn't seem to matter whether his team is behind or not. He will take that Oracle down, try and completely alleviate the pressure and eliminate the vision on the opposite team. Having said that, though, Twitch has now decided to push down to bot lane, and you can see the fear here from Absolute Legends. Cogmore and Alistair very, very passive, and they could be going down regardless here, as once again, huge damage coming in from Twitch and Ash. Another kill at that bot lane, and Cogmore is being entirely denied here. He's on 0 for 3. He only has 58 creep score, and when you compare it to Ash's 87, who hasn't died yet, it's looking really precarious. Twitch is just scaring the opposition into defeat here.
That kill right there was just on Janna. The Howling Gale was beautifully timed and beautifully positioned there, and you know, knocked both players up. But I think Twitch will get away and Mundo will back off. Java did just get a kill on towards Brand, did just miss that. Apologies there. So another kill coming out for against Authority, and you know, they are playing so well as a team. We saw a confident first game, and the second game, you know, Absolute Legends look a bit stronger, but against Authority, they just look absolutely unbeatable at this point.
Yeah, Ash coming under all kinds of problems, but she has the cavalry in the form of Jan and Jarvan. In amongst all that action, though, Twitch has been slowly but surely taking that dragon down at the 12-minute mark. So that's going to be a dead dragon, and the gold advantage escalates even further in advantage of against the Authority. Twitch is going to have to go back as he was heavily injured from that dragon, was basically soloing it for the majority of the time. And you know, you have to say, Mundo is way ahead of Twitch on the creep score count, but as far as activity and just pure havoc that's been unleashed from this Twitch here, he's definitely ahead in that respect as Ash has gone down. So Absolute Legends trying their best to claw themselves back into this matchup. Cog, very importantly, has picked up that kill, and he's also going to be able to catch up on a bit of that creep score differential. Currently Ash on 97, Cogmore on 70, but now Ash is going to be out of the action for the next 12 or so seconds. Top lane in mid, actually, Twitch could be going down here. Shyvana has ultimated onto the tower. Ari's coming back with damage of her own. Huge damage catalyzing all over the place there on towards the Shyvana. Brand very close to going down as well from that Orb of Deception. Also the charm was thrown out from the Ari, and here comes the arrow from Ash. Is it going to land onto Brand? Yes, it is. It's going to be a kill from Jarvan. That arrow from Ash back at spawn, landing right up the Jaxie of Brand, and that's going to be him out once again. 24 seconds remaining. He's slid 4 times, Cogmore 3 times, and you just have to say, wowzers, this is looking so one-sided, and it appears that Mundo has actually left the game.
Ooh. That is not good. We're just gonna have to see how that one plays out. Maybe an internet problem, or maybe they are literally just arguing like mental in TeamSpeak or whatever. But I've actually noticed that with Yellow Star, every time he goes to spawn and he has that ultimate up, he always tries and lands it, you know, either in mid, either at top, because you know the arrow, not a a huge cooldown range, so at least trying to make them plays and get some damage and some pressure on the mid lane if it does land. But really nice stuff coming out from Absolute against all Authority right there, and I hope Mundo does come back shortly.
Yeah, he just has reconnected, as you said that, and Ash's cooldown is 100 seconds, so yeah, as you say, it's not a huge cooldown. It's worth trying pot shots, especially when you land such an exquisite arrow as we just saw there on Brand. He must have been face-palming right there, because what could he have done to stop that from happening? He was trying to escape, they'd picked up the kill onto Twitch, and he instantly gets punished for that one from Ash on the opposite side of the map. Either way though, Shyvana quietly has been taken down at the creep farm at that top lane, is trying her best to just mount some serious pressure, trying to take that second tower down here, and it is around the half health mark. But Jarvan and Ash are both going to come in. Ash's arrow is off cooldown. Can she once again land this one? She has popped off the hawk shot, but she's not going to follow up with the enchanted crystal arrow. So let's switch over the action to that mid lane. Seeing Janna actually harassing Mundo back just goes to show supports can stand toe-to-toe with Dr. Mundo wherever they please too. And now aAa is going to try her best to maybe move around here. And another arrow has came in from Ash. I thought for a second that was going to land on the Brand, but Brand just a tiny bit slow to land onto that one. But here we go, huge ultimate from Brand. Surely aAa will be going down. Indeed she will, and Shyvana in amongst all this is in dragon form, but Brand's going to be taken down from that frost. Arrow flash, sorry, and that's going to be some big damage onto Shyvana, who's forced to actually go through the wall just to escape, and she's going to go down as well from Soaz. 11-5 NZ, so comfortable, but against all authority, actually losing a couple players there. That's the first time in my reckoning that they've actually gone 2 for 2. Most of these team fights so far have been very one-sided, so perhaps Absolute Legends going to start to pull back. There is more action here though, onto Linak, big ultimate from Jarvan. Are any kills going to be exchanged here? Alistair forcing to pull back with the ultimate popped on, and Mundo's going to be dropped as well. So a 2-for-1 exchange, in that case 13 for 7 overall. And the goal difference about 3.4k in advantage to against all authority. Much closer game NZ, but still rather one-sided.
Yeah, against all authority picking up their kills, but like I said, you know, if Brand can catch aAa out off guard and hit that stun, it's gonna be a kill, and Shyvana did come over as well. Shyvana was there as well, but yeah, aAa just needs to not get caught from that Brand at any given time.
Indeed, I think I was getting a bit of lag there, guys, over the last 2 or 3 minutes, so I apologise if I was randomly cutting out. It's my internet just being really quite terror-bad. But either way, let's just carry on with the action. We're going to see Shyvana once again getting obliterated from aAa. aAa's now going to try and dart around with the ultimate. As I said before, the maneuverability completely outfoxing that Brand. Brand's going to try his best to pull back. Orban's section did actually miss there, but aAa's going to flash in and finish it off onto Brand. 7 for 15 right now. Are Absolute Legends, and aAa is looking very strong. She's on 3 for 1. She has a needlessly large rod, the Hex Tech Revolver, and also Cage's lucky pick with a couple Doran's rings thrown into the mix. You've got Jarvan currently on 7 for 0. He's kind of the unsung hero right now for Against All Authority. Been focusing so much on Twitch, we've kind of let that one slide. He has Sheen, Phage, the Brutalizer, and also Ninja Tabi Boots are very farmed up for him. And to be honest, Jarvan is one of those kind of characters, Andy, that if he gets farmed, he's an absolute nightmare to kill.
Yeah, Jarvan doing a very good job. I mean, we kind of have been focusing on other players, and Jarvan has just been silently, you know, making his way up that scoreboard. And he is doing a very good job for his team, and obviously that ultimate in team fights is going to be absolutely crucial. The only one player I'm scared about now from Absolute Legends is Brand, because even if Jarvan does pop that ultimate, Brand is just going to try and pop his ulti whatever happens. So the damage coming out from his ultimate, whatever, is going to be very big. Against all authority, you have to watch out for that.
Yeah, that pyroclasm or pyrogasm, as I still want to call it, NZ, it's such an awesome move. Is going to just rain out from Brand there. But in amongst all of that, you are going to have Against All Authority picking up yet another dragon. I don't think they've missed out on a dragon so far in the entirety of these 2 games. It's actually going to land another arrow, this time onto Shyvana. Shyvana forcing to flash away. In the meantime, though, another big team fight kicking off just below them on Wraith. The shutdown coming in from Mundo, as Alistair will also be dropped from aAa. Mundo's now going to try and chase after this Twitch with Burning Agony. He has Sadism popped up as well, so he's going to get a lot of health regen and movement speed, but realising he is outmanned and outgunned. Going to pull back. Big damage coming in from Brand, though. He is exhausted, so the damage is not going to be as much as it could have been, and I think that's definitely one of the reasons aAa managed to escape there with Ignite popped on. Nice charm through the wall, and another kill from aAa. This aAa way too strong. 6 for 1 already. And proving that even though Against the Authority don't have MoMA, their substitution doing just as well, doing such a great job both of these games, and you have to say, I think the curtain is becoming to come down here, as Cogmore's going to try his best to try and retort back onto these three players against the Authority. Tagged up Twitch a couple of times, but they're all going to pull back. And again, the game goes to a standstill. But this action, Enzi, I need to catch my breath, dude.
Yeah, despite Jarvan, you know, going down, he's fed enough to just kind of go down and his team can handle it. That charm through the wall was absolutely extraordinary from AMT on that Ahri to finish off that double kill. So Ahri looking very strong at this stage against All Authority as a team is looking so good, because obviously Jarvan Ultimate trapping all of the Absolute Legends players, and half of them probably forced to flash away when he does go in. So I think this is around the time against All Authority you're going to be like, we need Baron right now, we're ahead, we want to get ahead even more. Absolute Legends are probably thinking, okay, we need Baron to get back into this game.
But League of Legends is one of those kind of games, Enzi, that, you know, if against All Authority make a really bad mistake on Baron, it's still possible for Absolute Legends to pull this one back, to steal the Baron, and then just to put a lot of pressure on. So the game is not done and dusted just yet, but all the signs are definitely looking that case, as I swear, unless I just bugged out there, that Soaz and Anguish casually walked past each other. It's like, good day, mate, and just carried on regardless. That was a bit odd to see, but either way, they're not going to just carry on with the farming phase against the Authority. Of course, doesn't really need to be said that they definitely have map control right now, and that really, you know, Absolute Legends just have to get as much farm as they possibly can. They're going to have to turtle in deep here, which is basically going to sacrifice Dragon whenever it spawns. Ash is just going to go to the side now, pick up further creep score. What's she currently on? 138. She has the Zeal, the BF Sword, the pickaxe. Of course, she could be building up the Infinity Edge or the Phantom Dance, whichever one she prefers. On the opposite side for Cogmore, you're going to have the Zeal and the Wriggles Lantern built up for him. Ash is now going to recall. Jarvan's picked up the Trinity Force. Incredible damage coming in from him, and he's on 7 for 1 right now. And Ahri with the Hourglass. Interesting item for her, but I can only assume that is basically stacked against the Brand character on the opposite team as the Pyroclasm has came in. Big damage being popped off there, but as soon as the Pyroclasm was firing at Ahri, she popped the Hourglass and completely negated all of its effects. 2 for 0 in that team fight, and once again, Absolute Legends getting completely crushed. That is going to give against All Authority the opportunity now to come back to this Baron and to pick that one up with ease. Alistair is going to recall, Shyvana's picking up Wraiths, and Cogmore's farming mid. So this is going to be a comfortable Baron from against All Authority. And after they pick this one up, Enzi, you have to assume they're just going to push through mid. In fact, having said that, holding that thought, Cogmore is coming towards Baron. Perhaps he's going to try a sneaky steal with his ultimate. Has got some vision, but big Ash arrow coming in, and Ahri taking the opportunity just to melt Cogmore. Ash will pick up the kill. Shyvana jumps into Baron. Has she managed to actually take that one down? The answer is a yes. Somehow Shyvana's managed to steal that Baron, but due to the fact that they lost 2 players in that exchange, it's not going to matter a great deal, but still massive props to Shyvana jumping into the fray, 1v4 like a boss, picking up the Baron steal, but maybe a little too late, Enzi, there.
Yeah, a bit too late. I don't think that's really going to do much of a difference, especially as that Hourglass is on Ahri now, and Brand is not going to be able to do anything about it. As soon as I saw the Hourglass, I knew exactly what was going to happen, why she bought it, and when she was going to use it, you know, because she realised, okay, the ultimate from Brand is doing so much damage. Unless there's a Gauls on there, I'm just going to die straight away. So she's popped that Hourglass out just to reduce that burst damage, because obviously Brand has that huge burst damage with the pillar and the Pyroclasm as well. So great thinking there from AMT.
Stormrat said in all chat, against all Authority. I see what you did there, dude. I see what you did there. Very smart. Maybe not. I don't think they're going to throw the game from this position. I think that was more individual brilliance coming out from Anguish there to pick up the Baron steal, but as I said, they'd already lost 2 players. They couldn't really capitalise on that. Almost They do have Brand with Baron up, also have Alistair rocking it out as well with Mundo, so they're going to be a tiny bit more tanky, a tiny bit more of a threat, but still they are a fair amount behind on farm and also levels, so I don't think it's going to be enough to pull themselves back into this game. Ash Arrow coming in once again, will land onto Alistair. Twitch is going to pop off that ultimate, going to try and do as much damage as he possibly can with the spray and pray. Question is, will he pick up any kills here as Alistair pops the ultimate, very nearly escapes as well. Cope also going down. Ari taking the kill onto Alistair. And also, as we said, once again, NZ popping that hourglass as soon as Brand was landing his combinations onto us. So great work once again. This time she has been hit from Brand, but Brand's in all kinds of troubles. He has been popped off. Mundo does get a return kill onto Twitch, but the basic Ash does take it all down herself. And Shyvana, in the meantime, doesn't seem too bothered about the fact that their inhib tower is going down. She's just going to chill out at top. And that's pretty much going to be the GGs. The GGs are being exchanged here from Against All Authority, taking down the tower and also the inhibitor. And that was a much closer game, NZ, but still quite comfortable in the end for Against All Authority, has to be said.
Yeah, I really do appreciate Absolute Legends, though. I think they can admit they got absolutely rolled the first game. I'm sure everyone did see that as well. I'm glad, you know, that they did put up a fight second game. A lot of teams could have thought, okay, I can't be arsed, I'm not even going to try this. But they did try, that's the thing. And anyway, Alistair 1v3. I think they've lost hope.
He just doesn't seem to care. He's like, hey, let's just have some fun, dudes. Shyvana going down at top lane as well. And yeah, I mean, I do read the chat while I'm casting, guys, so feel free to keep messaging away there. And a lot of people are kind of making comments about, you know, maybe Absolute Legends are going to fold, maybe there's going to be some irreparable damage here. Asher once again definitely saving job, and their brilliant play from her. I don't think it matters in the grand scheme of things, but you can still kind of say well done to a big play when you see it happen, and that's exactly what Ash has been doing all game long. She's on 6 for 1 with 11 assists. She's probably landed 4 or 5 long-range arrows in this game, NZ. In particular, that one onto Brand before was just absolutely phenomenal. Obviously picking up the kill. I'm also going to have on 10 for 1, Ari on 9 for 1, and Janna coming in with the kills as well on 2 for 1, Twitch on 2 for 6. But you know, I'm just going to say it right now, NZ, he made the game early for Against Authority, so you can't really look too much into his stats.
Yeah, Twitch completely changed the whole complexion of the early game right there. He got the kills for Ari, he got the kills for bot lane as well. He did so much, as Ari is literally just nuked down Cogmore. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just too easy, and the game has came to a conclusion there as a surrender vote comes in. Can definitely understand why from Absolute Legends they were a fair amount behind and didn't think they could pull that one back. So Absolute Legends will be getting relegated into the lower brackets here, and of course Against Authority will be moving on, steamrolling on to the semi-finals of the Corsair Vengeance Cup, of course with $10,000 up for grabs, NZ. Big money on the table.
Yeah, absolutely. Against All Authority, such a great game. Well, a great 2 games right there. Absolute Legends, you know, they did put up a 5-second game, but Against All Authority, too strong. And, you know, Against All Authority through this tournament have proved to look so good. And I'm looking forward to seeing them in the semi-finals. I really am.
Same, you know, they are renowned as being one of the big teams of League of Legends for a reason. We saw exactly why just there. I think that is going to bring us to the conclusion of our coverage tonight in the Corsair Vengeance Cup, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the coverage here. You can feel free, if you have liked it, to actually follow the stream and be updated whenever we go live. Alternatively, you can follow us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Chaos TV, or you can follow me and NZ individually. NZ's Facebook is facebook.com/NZ with 2 E's at the end, and mine is /Metis TV. And I think that's about all, NZ, unless you have any more shout outs, dude.
Yeah, I think that is about it. But I haven't got really much to say, guys. You know, it was good games from Against All Authority, and just thank you guys for tuning in, of course, and supporting us. And we're gonna have a lot of good games to come over the next few days.
Absolutely. And just one more question to Bass, so I can tell the viewers right now, when is our next game scheduled, Bass? Do you know? The admin is in the chat, so perhaps he. Okay, I have just seen that Saint Segas, which I assume is David, he says we'll have two more games on Thursday. Perhaps we'll have some tomorrow. So obviously, if you do follow those links that we gave out before, they're also on the overlay that you can see on your screen right now. It says check us out on Facebook. If you do follow us, guys, we will update as soon as we find out when we'll be going live, and of course, we'll be bringing you more Corsair Vengeance Cup there and then. But I think that's all for tonight, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. Until next time, peace and take care of yourselves.